Today, I want to share with you a common theme that happens for men in divorce. A theme that can plague you and cause you to spiral downhill. But also a theme, if you can recognize, can completely change your mindset, can shift the way that you move forward here. I'll give you 4 tips at the end of the video and how to do so stick around. But let me ask you this first. In divorce, did you ever feel like you're not yourself anymore? Do you ever feel like you're not a dad anymore? You're not a father, you're not a husband, you're not a lot of those things. Now the husband thing, sorry. The reality of the situation is you're either there or you're moving towards not being a husband anymore. And that's okay, because a lot of the reasons you ended up in a divorce are reasons we're gonna work on together and reasons that you won't have to revisit again once you put that work in. So, did you know this? That 99% of the people that are divorced are also demonstrating depression, or at least signs of depression? That's a shocker, isn't it? Or maybe it's not, because divorce is a really hard time, a challenging time, a time that makes us question a lot of things. It can make us feel like we are no longer who we thought we once were. And on some level that's true, but we have to be careful of the mindset shift that happens in divorce and where we can take it to. Our minds are naturally focused on the negative, on survival, on protecting us. And to do so, it doesn't really allow us to think in the abundance that surrounds us. Like around me right now is some beauty and abundance. We got some wildlife, we have some birds, some crickets chirping, the sun setting. There's a wonderful amount of abundance that surrounds us. And we just have to see it, right? It could be the sun setting. That's pretty simple. It could be the moon up ahead. It's glowing in the sky. It could be this perfect temperature right now before it gets too hot or it gets too cold. And that's the kind of mindset that we need to enter in divorce. It's a hard place to get. I'll be honest, if I was in your shoes in those early stages of divorce, I wouldn't probably be thinking about all the abundance that was surrounding me. I would be thinking about those challenges, about those losses, those L's that I stacked up, right? Maybe you don't have as much time with the kids anymore. Maybe you miss the companionship and friendship that you used to have with your wife. Maybe you're taking responsibility for everything and you're blaming yourself for it, and you're shaming yourself for it, and you're living in the guilt. Well, that's all very normal. But this video is gonna help you through some of that today. And the main thing that we're gonna focus on in this video is called imposter syndrome. It's when we don't feel that we are who we truly are. It's when we feel like we're somebody else. And when we go through divorce, our ego takes such a big hit. The provider, the father, all that completely changes overnight. And so we're gonna talk about that and much more. From your social standings to finding out who you are and really getting in touch with these limiting beliefs that can negatively impact the way that we look at the world, the way that we look at our situation, the way that we look at life, really. So today, I want to give you 4 tips on a different mindset and a shift from the imposter syndrome that shows up in divorce. And number 1 is the provider mindset. So a common feeling that men have in divorce is they're no longer the provider. Here's the interesting part. They also most of the times are forced to be a provider in a family that they don't feel a part of anymore. Now that's because in divorce, there could be alimony, there could be child support, there could be the requirement for you to continue to pay in the mortgage, even though you don't live there anymore. And so, yeah, you're a provider, but you don't really reap the benefits, it feels like, of being that provider. And so I just wanted to help you shift that perspective a little bit and adjust it, because you are still a provider and you're just in a different form now. We have to look beyond that initial role of money and success in a traditional way and look at the fact that maybe you're still providing a safe place for your family to reside in. Now, yeah, it's a different formation of the family, but you're still providing. You're still providing child support. That's important. It's going to help the kids get fed, clothed, make sure that they have the right ability to participate in sports, do activities, and it's going to help take care of the woman that you once loved so dearly that you created those children with. And so, yeah, you're not the provider. I get that. I agree. But we got to shift that mentality, that mindset. If we don't, we're going to sit there and we're going to wallow, and we're not going to be able to provide for anyone, not even ourselves. And that's the biggest thing here, is you got to provide for yourself. So that's mind shift number one. Mind shift number two is fatherhood. Many men see their role as a father change drastically through divorce, and that's very true. Now, most men get down on themselves about this fatherhood change, right? You're not there for the wake-ups. You're not there to put the child to sleep anymore. You're not there for the snuggles and the nap times and all those beautiful things that is fatherhood. But let me tell you this, in my experience, you're in a more important role now than you ever have been. And you gotta take this seriously. You gotta focus, you gotta show up for your kids more now than you ever had to. Almost like when you were around constantly, it was something that could be taken for granted on somebody. You could have semi-off days, not really off days, but you could have a little bit of an off day. Not anymore. Now, the time that you spend with your kids is precious. It's precious for you, and it's precious for them. So you gotta learn how to show up 100% every time you're around them. Listen, support them, and love them in a new way. A new way that may feel foreign at first, but I can assure you is gonna be really positive. Number three, your social standing. Rebuilding friendships here can be really challenging. Finding support systems as an individual rather than a partnership or a marriage can be really hard. But this is the one that has the most personal growth attached to it. And it can shift a divorced man going through this time more than all the rest of these. See, this is the opportunity for you to find new friendships, new avenues to connect to the community, and in a part, it kind of rolls into number four here, but you're finding yourself again. So number four is find yourself, and number three and four kind of go together. Your social standing and finding yourself are very common. Both of them really focus on you, which is really interesting. The first one, provider, that we talked about, was focusing on your role with the family. The second one, fatherhood, was focusing on your role with your kids. You're still a father, it's still really important. The third thing, your social standing, that's all you, brother. And the last one is finding you, also all you. Remember all those things you used to do before you got into this relationship in the first part? Mountain biking, running, hanging out with the boys, watching sports games, whatever it may be. Like, This is your opportunity to shine, to get back to you. So go do it. Most of your men that were in that life that used to live may be married now. So be open to make new friendships, make new connections, connect with divorced dads on the internet. But I would encourage you, if you can do it, is to connect with them one-on-one. Find them in your community, find them in your life, and make sure that you connect and rebuild friendships. Rebuild you. It's a perfect opportunity to do so. So there you have it. Those are the 4 mind shifts that we're going to focus on today. Number 1, we're going to focus on your provider mindset. You're still providing, and you're providing a great opportunity and service to your family that you still love. It's just going to be in a different capacity. And there's not much you can do about it. So that's the provider mindset. Number 2, fatherhood. You're more of a father now than you were before because you have to show up every single time, 100%. Number 3, your social standing. This is your opportunity to connect with like-minded people that maybe you didn't have the opportunity to do previously. That could be because you had a lot of time to spend with the kids. That could be because you had a lot of roles and responsibility at a house you no longer resided. And lastly, get back to you. This is a mindset shift that allows you to find yourself again. Allows you to get back to the things that brought you joy and happiness. Allows you to try the things that you've wanted to try, you just haven't been able to get there. So, those are the 4 mindsets that help you with the imposter syndrome you may be facing in divorce. And they can help you out of this dark place that you may find yourself in.